It's time.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Hey, Batman. It's it's going, buddy. It's going. It's too early to tell. That's what my pappy would say. It's slang for grandpa. It's too damn early to tell how it's gonna go, but we'll figure it out real quick. Just getting ready to get after it. You and me both came into a bot because I started it. Went to oh wow, 52-mile-an-hour winds with 1 to 2 inches of rain. That is, that's nasty. You must be in like hurricane country or something. Because like depending on which way hurricanes hit in the south, we will get like, as the storm is weakening and pushing to the north, upper Georgia. You live very close to where my mother-in-law lives. She lives in Hilton Head. So they've fled up here to avoid hurricanes a couple of times. But depending on how much the storm weakens, it keeps pushing north. We'll get some nasty rain ourselves because of the hurricanes. Just if we're in the path of it dying off, there might still be some heavy duty crap into it. It's not fun. I personally would not live in hurricane country. Any place that can have massive alligators and then flood, so those alligators get like free access to wherever the fuck they want to go. Not a good time. So yeah, no hurricane country for me. And that is the only reason. It's the same reason I don't go in the ocean. If I go into the ocean, the odds of me getting eaten by a shark skyrocket. If I stay on dry land, I'm never going to get eaten by a shark. So, somebody might say then you have too much. It means you could probably afford to lose it a little bit in lieu of something else. But, more... Tenacity is awesome on Wampa, so you never have to worry. Oh, and there's that. There is that Kyber 1. Yeah, they're in a place where Wampa doesn't get to play too much. That's 100% true. All right. Oh yeah, they all do. They all do. And he's probably in Ma or Ka. Yeah. They Yeah, they get to do some crazy stuff. All right, well we're on the baby account. Obviously, if you couldn't tell from the arena board here, where it's one battle per zone and lots of fun. So, oh wow, it's been a minute since I've seen a Omicron on a freaking Admiral Akbar. Okay. How do I want to do this? This feels like it could possibly be overkill, or it could possibly not work. But there's an Admiral Piet that's relic up top, and I kind of want to save Wampa for that. So let's give this a whirl. And we'll bang this out real quick because we have a doozy over on the main account. All right, sounds good, buddy. Wow, that is the second cheap viewer bot. I know one of them today, like the first one that was in the room was, they said listening only. They were only listening. But yeah, super aggressive today. Very odd. All right, well, we got that out of the way. And we just got him out of the way. Oh, yeah, dude. Dark Trooper. He is a threat no matter how you're facing him, so. Ooh, yeah. We ramped up. We ramped up OP out there. Yeah, you can't put a Wampa on default. Well, you can, but you're not going to be able to take advantage of the Omicron. Like, the only way it would work is if the only way it would work is if you could if Wampa was the, like, in a team of 3 and then they killed everybody but Wampa, and then yeah, that's the only way it would be able to work. Oh, we're gonna have to 3-shot this bitch. The little bit of ramping he's been getting is enough. First Order TIE Pilot does have an Omicron, and it can be good. I think its value drops off the higher you get into the GAC ranks, but I think it can still be very effective. I have lost by 2 points in a GAC. I don't think I've ever lost by 1, and I can't remember if I've ever lost to a tie or not, because that whenever you tie, it for whatever reason goes to the higher GP, which it should go to the lower GP, because if you're tying with a GP that's much higher than you, you should get the, like, you obviously had a bigger hill to climb. You should, to my opinion, you should get the win. But yeah, I have lost by 2 banners before. Wow, so that is bot number 3. Insane. All right, well, it was ugly, but we full cleared. They've got a window to win because of their holds with that Piet, but hey, we got the full clear. We did the best we could. That's all that matters. I need to. What do I need to do? I need to do a Fleet Arena battle real quick and Sim Galactic March, and I'll be done with dailies over here. I'll need to come back and do the Galactic Challenge at some point, but might as well finish this. This is the worst frickin' day I've seen for bots in a very long time. Like, hands down, I haven't seen it this bad in a while. Oh, also big welcome and thanks to Lysol for raiding with the party at 12. I appreciate you guys a lot. Sorry, I was up late last night watching hockey, and then up early this morning to do this. So I apologize for it taking a minute. I got caught up in the conversation with the chat, but appreciate the raid. You guys are awesome. Oh, wow. Got to love Grand Admiral Thrawn. Okay. So that's that. I'll take care of the rest of this stuff on my own time. I haven't paid much attention to what Dathomir droid bonuses for Sith. Okay. So we got Grievous. Dark Magic, fantastic. So everybody's going to revive. Looks like it might be a good day to lead with Supreme Eternal if you have him. Win with balance. Win out. This shit. I freaking... This and Steadfast Retribution. If I... It just... Oh, okay. All right. So now it's going to be more of a thing than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, that's true too. But... I mean, anything that prevents revive. So... I mean, you could, in theory, like Sith Eternal, well, although you need to do it with a full team. You can throw Bane in there because his basic will prevent revive. If you kill him with that, so there's a lot of ways to get around it. But yeah, this gets more difficult the lower in GP you are. You just have less options. Okay, well, let's get to the main account. Let's get to the big GAC because, like I said, it's a doozy. It's an interesting one. My opponent is the smallest GP I have seen in a very long time. But they have all the GLs, but what they don't have... They have one of the meta ships. They have a 4-star Leviathan, and that's it. They also have a metric fuck ton of Datacrons. Should be loading up any minute now. More energy. I don't know if you guys saw. They're in the store still. But there's these energy packs. I think it's about $35 American, but you can end up with a couple of thousand of each energy. So, like, I had been hoarding this anyways. So it bumped me up pretty nice. Lots of Cantina energy. What we don't have in the store today, which I thought was kind of unusual, is the normal Monday morning pack with all of the... it's got all the different relic materials for, lots of signal data. A little bit of crystals, a little bit of energy. It's like $10. Normally that's here in the store, and for whatever reason, maybe because that big energy bundle's rolling, it's not. So pretty unusual, but yeah, really good. Especially at the end of the week, we'll have these bonus drops coming, so it'd be a good one to grab in advance of that. Could really make a difference in Zeta farming or character shard farming if that's what you need to do. Okay, and we did get a little bit of movement from the opponent overnight. I mean, we didn't get a hold, so they just took out a couple of teams, it looks like, and I assume we're planning on coming back. All right. So knowing that I've got a huge advantage on fleets, I went very light on my defense. So I'm bringing 6 GLs on offense. And I am at this point kind of glad I did. Because when I was scouting them after I saw the lineup, I saw this Datacron. I knew it was going to end up on defense somewhere, and of course it's on Ray. 264.98% defense. Now, lately I've been using Lord Vader to deal with Ray. I don't know if that's going to be viable here. I just don't know. Because that is a massive amount of defense. I mean, assume I can ramp enough with Lord Vader, it's possible. It's just going to make everything kind of complicated. And then we've got a Leia with this Kron. You know, this one was bugged. It's solid amount of defense, but nothing super scary. And then we've got a Grit Kron on Yaba. So we got a little bit of a mountain to climb with those 3. And then their own Lord Vader. They've got the cheese Kron on Gideon, so that's something to keep an eye on. Support Kron for these guys is a choice. A no Omi Rex with a Sabine Kron. Okay. So I need to figure out an answer to this. Because this is a heavy duty defense Kron. And I mean, that is a heavy, heavy, heavy defense Kron. I'm kind of considering throwing Bane at this. And only for the simple fact that Bane, whenever he uses his drain, he will reduce defense by 20%. So given enough time and enough of his own ramping, should be enough to overcome a Datacron like this. Overcome a Datacron like this. But I would really rather not use Bane here. Would not be my first choice. So I need to think about it for a second. Nice, dude. Nice. So yeah, we have to overcome this. If we get past this, I will feel pretty good. But we got to get past these. If this didn't have the Grit Cron, I would throw Lord Vader at it, but it's got the Grit Cron. So that's an issue. So that's a problem. Okay. Yeah, and I just don't think like Terran and Starkiller would live long enough to get anything done, having to chip their way through defense like that. And I just maybe Lord Vader could ramp enough to start killing them off. I just don't know. And obviously I'm stalling because on paper this is an extremely winnable GAC, but I have to get these two down with the right counters so I don't yeah, I need to get these down. And I suspect this Datacron has been winning him a lot of GACs. So, I mean, Bane should be able to handle it, but then I'm going to really have to consider where I'm throwing some other stuff. Because we do have... Up here we do have this. So if I throw Bane down there, I can't throw Bane up here. I can throw a different team up here, but I can't throw Bane. So yeah, no, it's got an attacker cron. I should be able to throw Captain Enoch here, no problem. Wampa here, no problem. Oh, I have a cron for Wampa. I've got a really good cron for Wampa. So yeah, this is my Wampa cron. Decent amount of defense, some health, special damage, but we got the dot cron, so we'll have a ton of protection up. We'll have repost, so we'll hit under their protection. Whenever he inflicts a debuff, he's healing. So now Anakin can put healing immunity on. That is the only issue. But yeah, we should be just fine to do this. So we'll get it started. All right, buddy. Go take care of yourself, man. Go take care of yourself. Stay dry. Keep your powder dry. All right, and yeah, Captain Enoch should be able to handle this very, very easily. Enoch is appearing to be in a very hard counter to gas teams, and this is a weird gas team. The Ethcron is good, but it doesn't seem to do a whole lot for gas. I mean, and we could. Well, I guess we're forced to target him, but he doesn't. We can kill him even if Anakin's standing up. Chomp. I don't know. I feel that's a pretty fun use for the Enoch team. Taking out a gas, I don't feel bad about that. I don't feel bad about that at all. Okay. Well, Rey's kind of the well, actually no, Leia's more the bane of my existence this go around. But it's this if this Datacron if this was even half the defense, I wouldn't be worried. But that's a lot of defense. That is a lot of defense. So again, I've been throwing Lord Vader. Yeah, well, we were actually seeing Leia on offense quite a bit for the last little while, and yeah, I've prepared a little better for Leia this time around. I think, I think. I would really, really rather use Lord Vader here than anybody else. But I don't know if Lord Vader can get through this Quran or not. If we get through these guys, and she's still the only one standing. Yeah, Leia's on this wall too. It's if we get these three down relatively painlessly, and we can get to the top and to their fleets, I feel pretty good about our chances to win this one. But yeah, Lord Vader's been working for me very well. Now, with these two, the defense isn't going to make a whole lot of difference to his dots. Or to Maul, to Maul slapping down his stuff. But yeah, we have to get through that defense. And again, I can drop Bane here, which would probably handle it just fine. I don't know. Using Bane here just makes dealing with Quadmate a little bit more complicated, but not much more complicated. It's just going to mean I'm going to end up throwing a different team. Because the way it's sitting right now is I am probably, if I don't use Lord Vader here, I'll throw Lord Vader against like their Moff Gideon or something up top. But I could throw Bane here with somebody. His defense drain should make a difference in dropping this team. Plus he hits like a truck. Plus his basic prevents revive, so we can get rid of these two clowns and whittle her down. I'm probably gonna have to throw JMK at this if I do that, and then gonna throw SLKR at this. I was thinking about setting up a 2-shot with the Inquisitors, throwing the Inquisitors here, getting the death mark on him and nuking him out, and then I could do like a cleanup with I could do a mirror cleanup, and that would save JM, or that would let me save SLKR for this, which then I could throw my JMK at the Quadmate team up north. But still, this is the ultimate problem. Ultimately, this here's the problem. Because I obviously don't know what's on the back wall. But other than these two teams, like, this wall isn't horrible. And then I don't know what's back here, but I know that their fleets aren't scary. And I have a feeling if I clear this L, I should win. I don't even know that I'll need to clear what's back here, but I need to clear this L for sure. My phone wasn't liking my internet yesterday either. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Just taking one more look up here. Okay. Yeah, I think I just have to bane this. I think I have to bane it. But as you can see, I've kept quite a bit for offense. And I'm bringing my own Leia on offense. So, worst case scenario is I can throw my Leia at their Quadmate, which, I think is like an 80% counter. But if we get rid of, Quadmate herself, or if we get rid of Padawan Obi-Wan, then it's an easy cleanup for Gas or Jedi Master Luke, or any number of things. So we've got Malicos. We've got Starkiller. We've got our own C-Rex. We've got the whole 501st. We've got Bo-Katan. We've got Malgus. We've got quite a bit going on for us. So we'll bring him. And who do we want for the other guy? Talon's only R7, but she'll still be a pretty good stat feeder, and I don't really have another use for her. I do have my R9 Assassin. Probably way more stats. Well, it's going to be way more stats because it's like 15% per relic level. Or I could bring Count Dooku, who I'm not really planning on needing this time around. I mean, I could also, in theory, try Starkiller underneath Seer with Terran, but again, that high defense is an issue, and his drain removes 20% defense every time. So, you know, assume with this Datacron, you know, they're somewhere in the 300-ish defense range. You know, we take 20% of that a couple of times, it's really, you know, we drain it twice. It's gonna put them down to a pretty manageable level, I think. Let's just go ahead and do this, and I want to give them this cron because it's a good chunk of defense for them. Good chunk of defense for them. Some decent armor pen. I mean, there's also this, so there would be a little bit of offense ramping. I could save that for SOKR. Well, no, I'm going to give SOKR this whenever I use him. Although this one wouldn't be bad for him either. He crits, he attacks again. But, yeah, I think this one. That's a nice chunk of defense to keep him on his feet for a while. Good armor pen, some good health steal, some potency to land debuffs. I think this is the move. All right, let's do it. Let's go. Ooh. Ow. Okay, Ben's gone. She's gone. Okay. All right. All right, so now do I need to do a full first order? Should I throw Watt on him to give him a little more? I could do GBA and armor, although I don't think GBA is going to stick around that long. My GBA is just not super stacked. You know what? Let's take a look. Let's bring up swgoh.gg. Let's go ahead and slide this over. Here, let me transition the data over here. Okay, so now you're seeing what I'm seeing. So standard first order lineup seen 75 times, 81% win rate. Mirror matches are at 72. Armor and GBA are at 78. And yeah, and down from there. Leia's a problem with this tank cron. Leia's a problem. Leia's a problem. So this looks like my best number. When we had the first order crons, she was not an issue for him. Oh, and look, and that's with POW. It drops to... Yeah, and that's with POW for whatever reason. Yeah. So we don't have a super high 69%, and that's with the Sabine cron. Yeah, for POW cron for sure. Yeah, zombie counter is at 43%. 42% for that. This Leia has a tank cron. This Leia has a tank cron. So again, I had thoughts of setting up a 2-shot. Probably. Like I said, I need to add this so I can start really deep diving. Again, I could set up a 2-shot because I saw this was something Arnold did the other week. He threw his Inquisitors, got Deathmark on Drogon. He used Grand Inquisitor to ability block everyone. Got Deathmark onto Drogon, took Drogon out, and then got smacked around. But if you take Drogon out of the picture, SOKR should be pretty straightforward. So until I saw that Raycron, I was considering throwing C with Bane at her just to try to get get her support staff out of the way and then go a different route. Yeah. Well, I mean, and the insight gives you, hey, you can look at the datacrons, you can remove cleanups, like it gives you a much clearer picture.